Hi, my name is Patrick. This specific video is to tell you about the different slots of the exam. Slot 2, 1, slot 2, slot 3. How to ace different slots. What are the advantage, disadvantage of each slot and how do you go about acing each slot? There is a difference, obviously. I'm not saying that one is better than the other. Each one has its own advantage, disadvantage. You need to work on each slot separately based on how to ace them. So which is better? I would not again I say consider slot 1 better than slot 2 better than slot 3. I mean normally most of the times while you are compared students from your slots while calculating the percentiles. So if your slot is tougher, then everyone from your slot will have a tougher slot paper, and you will be compared with your slot. So someone from your slot will get 100 percentile, someone from your slot will get some other percentile. So I don't think you need to compare whether your slot is better than the other slot, but you have to compare with how you can take advantage of your slot as compared to other students in your slots. So let's look at it. Slot 1, I would say, is better for students who can keep their calm. I mean, anyone who can keep their calm. I mean, because what happens is when you go for the exam in slot 1, you're not sure of the paper. There's always some small change. Small change could be because of difficult level of the paper. I mean, little more difficult as such. Could be because of pattern change, the number of questions in RCs have changed, the number of questions in different sections have changed. So because of this change, there is always a panic in the exam, or they're not able to adapt because suddenly the paper becomes very easy and students are not able to adapt because they've gone practice with the difficult mocks. So all that is there. Any small change can create a problem or a panic. So normally students who can work under these conditions where you're not people are panicking and you can remain calm have a major advantage because now you can score much better than all the other people, thus getting much better percentile. So I've seen students who are in slot 1 who can be relaxed, performing much better than people, what they can normally do. So it's a major advantage for students who got slot 1 as long as they can be relaxed. So what you need to do first is remain calm during the exam. Don't panic no matter whatever the situation. I normally say that if the paper is same for everyone, if it's tough for you, it is tough for everyone. So don't panic. Okay, don't panic in the exam. If something is not going as per plan in the exam, for whatever reason, take a small break of 10-15 seconds, replan the paper based on what is going on and go. If it's tough, focus on picking up a few questions and getting them right. If it's easy, push and try to get more marks and more. So learn to be relaxed as far as slot 1. You definitely have an advantage as long as you don't panic. Slot 2 is somewhere between slot 1 and slot 3. Slot 2 people do not have enough time to look at the analysis. A lot of people don't even look at the analysis. So for them the paper is as well as new because they've not looked at the analysis. They don't know how the slot 1 paper was. So a lot of people do panic in the exam anyway. Okay. But yes, people can see some analysis of the slot 1. I normally recommend you to go see the analysis. Okay. So that you at least have some idea about the exam. Okay. So students who can know about the analysis but keep an open mind have an advantage out here. I mean, you know the analysis, but don't become too biased towards the analysis because what happens is here in the between the slot 1 and slot 2, the time is little less. So the analysis that comes out is not very complete, a little biased. So if I've talked to two people who find the paper tough, but actually the paper is easy, you would say that, oh, the paper was tough, and that could create a bias among them. So you listen to the analysis, you know what the paper pattern is, you know what the type of question is, but don't get swayed by the difficulty of the paper. I've seen this happening every time. 2 years back when the paper was there, I mean, people who went to second slot thought that the paper was easy because some people from the first slot came and said the paper was easy. When they went for the exam, they found that they couldn't solve a lot of things and they panicked in the exam. So don't get into the difficulty of the paper when you're going to slot 2 because the analysis is not complete and you will not get a proper analysis. But yes, look at the paper pattern, type of question, number of questions. That could help you to plan. I remember in one of the exams, I mean, there was one symbol that was changed. I mean, some symbol, printing mistake or something that happened because of change in 4-5 questions of maths in every slot. So people who got to know from slot 1 people, okay, this was a small change that happened, were an advantage. For others, it took some time to understand, oh, this symbol is not right, but this is a wrong symbol. Some small change. So another example is like 4-variable Venn diagram. In one of the exams, almost all slots had 4-variable Venn diagram, which certainly came for the first time. So people who got to know about a 4-variable Venn diagram and looked at a pattern were able to solve, others could not solve. So just know the pattern of the question that comes. So what to do? Try to talk to students from slot 1. Okay, ideally more than one student so you don't have a bias. because each student will find a paper easy or difficult, or even if they're easy, they may say difficult, and there are a lot of bias that goes around. So it makes sense to talk to more than one students and more than one analysis before you get to. When you're talking, focus on the pattern of the paper, number of questions, type of questions. Like last year, there was certainly fill in the blanks which came in. Helps you to plan the paper better. Don't focus on the cutoffs or difficulty level, because that is not the correct picture that you get after this slot one immediately. A lot of bias that involves. So what you need to do is know the paper pattern, but go with the open mind in the examination. I mean, don't get swayed by what people from slot one say regarding different level. Have that in the back of your mind. But if you find a paper tough, understand the paper is tough. Okay, and if you find a paper easy, the paper would be easy. So don't get too swayed by what you heard in the slot one with regards to different level. Slot 3. Here, people who go to slot 3 normally have more detailed analysis. What type of questions have come in, how many questions, what questions exactly. I normally recommend don't go to what question, doesn't help, because the questions that come in slot 3 and slot 1 or slot 2 will be completely different. So knowing the exact question will not help you to solve in slot 3. But know the pattern. Maybe at a difficult level, they try to maintain a difficult level, but that could be a variation in difficult level. That would take care of by, but when they normalize the whole process. So it's okay, listen to a difficult level, have a fair idea about it. If you find your paper to be a little bit more difficult, a little bit more easy than what you have heard, don't panic regarding it. Okay. Ideal for students who do not like surprises, because you can plan and go for the examination. Because you know the paper pattern, you know the difficult level of the paper, you can plan. But be open to change. That's important. Okay. When you're doing, be open for change. What you need to do, go to the analysis of the previous plot. So whatever previous plots have happened, go to a proper analysis, understand the pattern, especially specifically the pattern of the paper and the type of questions that will come in. I mean, you, as I said earlier, that there is a chance that there's certainly a new type of question coming, you should know about it, so you're mentally prepared with regards to exam. Like last year, certainly fill in the blanks which came in, which was new. So if you know about it, at least are mentally prepared as to, okay, there is a new question, and it will help you to prepare well. Don't go into details of the questions, because questions unlikely to be repeated. It'll just waver you to some extent. And plan the paper. Okay, before you go for the exam, if you know the paper pattern, just plan the paper, but be open to change. Remember that. That could be a little change in difficult level paper, but that be open to it. But do plan and go ahead. Right. I hope this helps. We'll come up with more videos that will help you with regards to writing the CAT paper. All the best.